beautiful Virgo friends, and welcome to your monthly horoscope for March of 2021, where this month, Virgo, it's actually a really brilliant energy. The planets are all moving forward. Yes, this means we've got forward traction this month. And I'll tell you, March is a peach of a month. We really have a lot of energy to get into and to use with some forward motion right now. So you really want to take advantage of every day that you can. You want to take advantage of every day you're alive, but I feel like March, in terms of 2021 energy, is really a month where it's like, yes, move your feet forward, do some things, initiate some things. We're also got the spring equinox, which says we're at a beginning, because we will review it. It doesn't need to be perfect now. You will review it later in the year, but use March to get on a roll, okay? Now, also this month, I'm going to tell you, your 10th house gets Mars moving into it, which I love because it tells me that career stuff gets busy. You've already got a busy relationship house going on, but this could also bring a little bit of conflict to the table, so I want to talk about that. But first, keep in mind that the eat and greets are happening all month long, and you can go to my website at stormiegrace.com. Right there on the homepage is a calendar that'll show you what's coming, who's coming, when they're coming, what we're going to talk about, and all of that good stuff so that you can be righty-ho and informed. As well, if you wouldn't mind liking this video, comment, share, subscribe, and if you are subscribed, hit the notification bell so that when we go live or content comes out, you're the first to know. You're in here, you're ready to go and ready to roll with us, okay? All right, Virgo, let's get in here and talk about what's happening this month. So right at the beginning of the month, Mars moves into the energy of Gemini, your fellow Mercury, sharing the same planet sign, okay? But this is going to light up your 10th house space, or the midheaven. Now, the 10th house we think of as the career house. And yes, I totally agree with that. Good career. But I also think it's the soul level calling. What do you have to give to the world? What do you have to offer? But more important than that, I think the 10th house, whether you're working, not working, retired, whatever the situation is, it's the house that holds your title and your reputation, what you are known as in the very public world. And that can mean, are you Mr. or Mrs. such and such? Are you the boss of this? Are you the this over here? What's the title that we know you as? Because you're going to have a lot of energy happening in the second half of the month, Virgo, that moves into the 8th house. So even in your title, as we moved from the beginning of the month down, there's a reinvention to who you are happening right now, like a baby death that may be happening that gives birth to something else. But you've had a lot happen in these last seasons, so it's no surprise that you're needing to figure out who you are in public again, okay? So Mars moving into the energy of this 10th house space, it's great because you can get things done. You're thinking, you've got that Gemini energy, highly stimulated, go, 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 beautiful. But we also want to be mindful that Mars in Gemini can really catch that air, and you're thinking about 100 things before you know it. You're overwhelmed. You're already mercurial, just like Gemini is. So please make sure that you do give yourself a mental break. Please make sure that you give yourself permission to not have to do and to be everybody's everything, including your own, because that Mars action, that Mars energy can really catch that air, and before you know it, you're spinning. Now, Mars also brings conflict, right? He's happy to bring some conflict when it needs to be brought to the table. Here, what I feel like is happening for you, Virgo, and I keep getting hit with it over and over again, is there's a little bit of a mental battle happening, which is why I think that the 8th house getting so strong later in the month is actually really helpful. There's this mental battle between I'm not this anymore, but I'm not this either. Like you're fighting a duality happening here about who you are in public. Allow a little bit of the conflict to become present, and then Gemini the hell out of it. Talk about it with somebody, what's happening in your head, because it'll help you see the information and you in a different light. So if that comes up for you, let that happen. If this is just about you need a strategy session at work, also use your Gemini talking skills there as well, okay? On the 13th, we have a new moon happening at 23 degrees of Pisces, lighting up your 7th house, which has been very busy, very lush, relationships. All of these things have been on your radar for weeks. Now, this new moon is your chance to plant your seeds of intention to begin something new here. At 23 degrees of Pisces, make sure you locate that on your own chart. One of the things I'm thinking of is because you're asking for a fresh perspective here on relationships. Under this Pisces energy, you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your instincts in relationships right now, right? So one of the things I continue to think of is truly what's the relationship of you with a power, maybe a higher power, if that's what you call it, with other people in your life that you trust? Are you locked off or blocked off from relationships? Do you have new relationships in your life and you need to learn to assimilate them? Pisces energy. This new moon is a great time to ask for some clarity around that particular energy, and new things are moving in. It's a new moon. Now, Mercury, your ruling planet, is also going to move into Pisces on the 15th. Mercury is considered to be in fall in the energy of Pisces because he's not as strong. He can't just Mercury the way he likes to. He wants details. He wants them quickly. He wants clarity. And Pisces is giving vague information and certainly not as clearly as Mercury would like. So just being very clear on all of these relationships is not going to happen at the logical level. Faith will not be developed at a logical level. Not at all this month. So the best use of Mercury, where you can really get into it, is to trust that intuition. Allow your head and your intuition to align. Talk to other people about what's going on. Talk to spiritual friends or counselors about what's happening so that you make sure you have the clearest view of what's going on in your relationships, okay? And remember, you're getting into different relationships with a lot of things around you in the world right now. Now on the 20th, the sun is going to move into the energy of Aries. This lights up your 8th house space. The sun is in its happy place in Aries because it can kind of move as quickly as they both like to, and they both like to initiate things. This is also the spring equinox, so a fresh cardinal start to us. Energy, life literally takes on a new motion, a new energy, really. So in the 8th house, this is the house of joint resources, transformation, evolution. Astrology lives down here, right? But in the 8th house with the sun here, you are motivated in some kind of intimacy, whether it be a financial connection, a spiritual connection. I really feel like the energy of detox is available for you right here. This is also an energy where I feel like if you will allow the relationships in, or you look at where you maybe have to rebalance something in relationships, in money, in whatever you are intimately connected with, this 8th house is a time of rebirthing harmony into your life. But there's a little death that has to happen, like a shedding of something has to happen in order to move to what's next. Now, the helper to that energy is Venus moving into Aries on the 21st. She gives a little bit of a softer land to the tush, right? She's like, hey, it's a little transformational, which can be metamorphically challenging, but I'm here to magnetize this area, make it soft, make it safe, make it beautiful, make it loving. I also think that these energies with the sun here is great for sex. If you are in the place and time in your life where your libido is rocking and rolling, whether your hormones are there, they're not there, we all get a little boost from Aries energy in the 8th house. So if you got stuff that you need to get done, if you need to get done, whatever that looks like, this energy is actually quite productive for that. Just be safe and sane, okay? On the 22nd, this week, this next couple weeks gets a little tricky in the sky. So I'll be breaking it down more in the weekly horoscopes. So I'll put a card up below so you can click that and check out the weeklies there, okay? But as we close out this month on the 28th, we're going to have a full moon in the energy of Libra. This is going to be at 8 degrees. And just here in your 2nd house. So the full moon says that something needs to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted. We need to make a shift here. And in Libra, this is around relationships or what you are in relation to. You're tethered to this. You have consciously chosen to be connected to this person, place, or thing. And it's in your 2nd house around money. Do you have a money situation changing? You know, are you gonna keep working at this job? Or are you going to live off your savings for a while? Are you making a new connection and relationship that is going to later turn into something productive in your financial life? But finances and things that are your values will have to change. And I'm telling you, with the shedding that I see happening for you this month, Virgo, that is this rebirth, you're going to have to relook at your values and who's in your tribe, who's in your circle that supports the values that are real for you now today, not your values and beliefs from last year, what's real and current today. So whatever's coming in terms of relationships this month, there's definitely a transition available with this particular moon. All right, my beautiful Virgo friends, I think it has the potential to be a really lovely month. The general horoscopes are to be of service to help you decide how you're going to conduct yourself as these energies roll around, not to guarantee you're going to have a good month or a bad month. So just keep that in mind. The planets, how they interact is destiny, but how you show up and engage them is your choice, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, like this video, comment, share, subscribe. I love you, and I shall see you next time. Bye, Virgo.